Hey, good morning. On this little video here, we're going to explore what's it like to live in this van on a day-to-day basis. Now, I did that because in order for me to figure out how I'm going to live in this thing and what my needs are, I needed to spend time in it and doing everything that I would do on a regular basis in it so I can figure out how I'm going to live in it. And considering that my aspirations to have somebody else there with me, so I'm thinking about 2-3 of us being there and living the life. So in this video, we're going to explore my cooking in there, testing a new stove that I got, looking how, the smell of the food can get out of the van, how climate control becomes important. So I'll be looking at all these things, and I was able to do that because I had this opportunity to just live out this time in the van before I do a complete build. Now, a well thought out layout is really going to help, raising the comfort level of where you live, right? Even though I may not be doing this full time, but I do plan to spend quite, a lot of time traveling, at least for the first year or two. Anyways, so what I did was, basically did a rough setup of everything. The bed, I had found these 2 potential countertops that I'm going to work on. So I set those up too. And then I started thinking about the things that I would need, first and foremost would be a stove. So I got this stove, which is pretty much a very fast burning stove. And I had a little problems with it, in the beginning, and I had to figure out how to make that work. So in another video, probably later in this video, I showed a couple of ideas that I have so we can cook faster. I started also exploring, all little knickknacks that I might need. What's it like, for example, to be able to eat on the go, or even working on my computer on the driver's seat, things like that. And so here's a clip here where I'm trying to figure out how to cook on this particular high-powered stove and not burn anything. So I tried a couple of things. And then later on, I also figured out, I needed something, a little extra and something a little easier too. I had this little burner that was just hanging around my storage. So I went out and I checked it out, pulled it out of the storage. It was working. So here I am now trying it out inside of the van. Because it's very small, I can also carry it and cook outside of the van. So I have all these little options to bring my cooking comfort, to a higher level. So this is what's happening here. And it worked out pretty well. It's in the case and everything in it actually could fit in the drawer. Going back to that stove that was like a high-powered heating stove, like a jet boil type of stove. So to figure out how to lessen that heat, so I was thinking about that I needed to raise the pot off the fire a little bit more. So I found this grill at the thrift shops, and I brought the grill back, and man, like magic, it fit perfectly on top of the stove, and it really helped lessen the heat, and I was able to cook normally like a regular stove. Cooking is very important for me in a van, when I'm cooking. So right now I've got this little compost unit down here, so where I could do that. Because cooking is so important to me inside of the van. I spend a lot of time, cooking different things, trying different menus, different foods, just to see how things would work. And so far it's been pretty good.
Nice and sweet.
And definitely having a slow cooking burner really helps.
Slow cooking mode. Just in there. Get the oil out. Once I go with the oil, now I'm going to put the bacon. Salmon.
It was a pretty hot day when I was doing this mock-up, so I found out that while cooking in that van, it can really get pretty hot inside. Now I open doors now to try to get some cool air in, but I'm definitely seeing that I'm going to need at least 2 air fans, or definitely 2. One that's going to be, basically blowing air in, and the other is going to exhaust all that fume of the smoke out. And that would help a lot the summertime to keep the van a little cool.
Other things that I learned that I need napkins here, so wipe my hands and everything. Oh. I have a butter in the flavor. Butter in the flavor.
So to test this out, I had gone out and got this little AC fan that I had, and I plugged it into my outside power and let it run while I was cooking. And seeing the fan blow and having the circulation going, it really helped out.
Alright, I'm gonna cook these mushrooms and put them right in. And I'll put them in the blender. So, there you go. Nice small, I think I'll leave it in. Mushrooms in there, some fresh onions.
In this little meal here, I got some mushrooms, I got some salmons in there, onions, and yeah, I'm a big fan of salmon. So, cooking it up right there.
So right now it's actually pretty hot out, and this fan would be cooking up real good. But I have a fan running that's plugged offshore. Using the shore power here. Ran a cable from the yard and then plugged in the fan. It's another one of those thrift things that I found. The fan was $3, and it's like one of those kitchen fans, you know, when you got both intake and outtake modes. So I got that running right now. It's actually working pretty good. So it's giving me a little idea on about how my roof fans are going to work. Actually, it's not that bad. We're cooking all this heat under the hot sun. I think it's about 85 or 90 degrees out. So it's pretty good. You know, it's keeping the space, you know, pretty comfortable. So my fans work already. Good.
And now look at this. Here you go, like subconscious mind is like cooking for 3 already.
Next, I'm gonna make some toast. See, that's why I need napkins. Next here. So still, it comes out good. I have to go finish it, but so far, alright. Yeah, alright. That's nice. So, toast here. Where's the plate?
Do you like toast? Ever wonder how you can actually cook toast in a camper van? Yeah, so it's like this. I found this really cool little kind of toaster type pan. You know, you flip it open, you put your toast inside, you put it on the burner, you flip it a couple of times, and boom, you can cook French toast, you can do pancakes, you can do a bunch of different things inside of it.
There it is. It's a nice breakfast setup. Some pineapples, an apple, and got it like this. It's like,
I even went on to try to figure out how am I going to clean all that stuff. So I got some stuff for that too.